Hi, good morning po sa ating lahat. Today ay ating i-discuss po ang the challenges of being informed. So, there are, this topic talks about how information, how communication matters for us to earn facts or data that is necessary sa ating pamumuhay. So, what are the challenges na pwede nating kaharapin kapag nais nating magkaroon ng information, or how media or the things that made us, probably those media, no, nagbibigay sa atin ng mga fake information madalas kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng mga maling impormasyon, yung mga decisions natin ay naapektuhan. Okay? So, this is a critical topic wherein nangyayari na po at madalas, no? Noon pa nangyari din na tayo ay nami-misinform. And because of that, na shape yung ating behavior towards things. And so, the challenges of being informed. Now, in this topic, the first that we will discuss is how to maintain critical thinking in the modern world of new media. Ano ba ang meron sa critical thinking? Pag ba narinig mo yung critical thinking, ano yung usually na tingin natin? Okay? So, pag sinabi natin critical thinking, more on decision making, we base our decisions sa kung paano muna natin ino-observe mga bagay-bagay, or winuweigh natin yung mga information na meron tayo bago tayo mag-decide. So, how do we maintain critical thinking in the modern world of new media? Because most of us, no, alam natin that through media, we learn, we become aware of things, no? Pag nanonood tayo ng TV, nakikinig sa radio, nagbabasa ng mga books, ng mga newspapers, sa social media accounts natin, as you browse your newsfeed, yung mga information, yung mga sinishare ng mga tao, nakaka-apekto ba ito sa kung gaano mo tinitingnan or piniperceive yung information na nakikita mo at nababasa mo, and then you decide for it. Okay? Now, napaka-common po yung term na fake news, di ba? It is very, kumbaga, yung term na to ay hindi lang locally, no? Lahat po, in all global issue po, ito isa sa mga global issues. Yung fake information, and more of us, or nagiging common na siya, no? Akala natin hoax, no? For example, gamitin natin yung ano ngayon, yung tungkol sa politics, no? The information that you are hearing and seeing and viewing sa inyong TV, sa social media accounts, yan. So, is it true that Marcos didn't pay for the state tax? Or is it true that the politicians, their claims are true or not? No, no. Kung nakita mo sa social media mo, okay, matindi yung parang siraan ng bawat party just to inform everybody, or just to make sure that everybody looks and see this information, and probably affects their belief towards a particular political party or candidate. Yan. So sometimes, no, it is used to describe false or exaggerated stories published online and on television by organizations with questionable motives. So, hindi natin sigurado na yung mga information, for example, exaggerated ba? May example po ako ng ng isang information. I remember the INC, or the Iglesia ni Cristo, they did something like parang isang celebration tungkol sa ang tawag doon basta nag-gather sila sa isang lugar, marami sila. And then, the media, after the event, ang pinortray nila doon sa kanilang news ay mga kalat na iniwan ng religious group na to. But they didn't try to get pictures of those people, members of this religious organization na naglilinis after nung kanilang event. Ang kinuhaan lang nila ng mga eksena ay yung mga kalat or yung mga basurang iniwan ng program. But behind that ay meron pong mga tao that religious group did their duty to clean the area where they did the celebration. Okay? Sometimes nagagalit na tayo towards that organization, that religious. Naku, nakakainis talaga ang iglesia, ganito sila, tinan mo, nagkalat-kalat lang sila. Yung kanilang judgment ay base sa fake news na nabasa or nakita sa TV or nag-pop up sa kanyang online platform. So we never really know if this news or information are true. Kaya po nagiging dahilan yung nabibiktima tayo ng maling akala. Okay? On the other hand, it is also used to deflect from legitimate stories by politicians and others who want to paint any critical coverage as false. Okay? So, madalas po ginagamit ang mga information, yung mga legitimate stories, ginagawa nilang merong konting manipulation doon sa legitimate stories, and then they will try to add up something into it, or probably they will make bawas doon sa information na magiging false na yung dating sa atin. Okay? Like ang ginagawa ng mga election ng mga politicians ngayon. Siyempre, matindi yung labanan. Kumbaga, siraan ang nangyayari. Okay? Now, try to look at this picture of Prince William. Okay? The media took the first picture here, okay, is a picture like Prince William is making this kind of gesture, a hand gesture. Okay. So, if you look into this area, you will see that sabihin mong, nakakainis naman si Prince William. Ganito siya. Okay. So, but behind that, at the other picture, okay, may kita nyo that he is not making that F sign, no? It's just this 3 fingers, no? Yan pala. So, hindi nagiging bias minsan, no? Or nagiging bias ang media when it comes to portraying stories. So, newspapers and televisions or news outlets, they are the common guilty individuals or institutions showing editorial bias, no? Minsan kasi madalas sobra, okay? Or kulang-kulang yung information. The difference is that hindi 24 hours na nakikita yung pangyayari. Okay? So, nangyayari or ang nailalahad lamang kung ano nang naabutan nila. Halimbawa, nagkaroon ng isang information, exclusive report. Pagdating na doon sa eksena ng mga cameraman, ng mga journalist, ang maaabutan na lamang nilang eksena ay yung panghuli. Okay? So, madalas, yun lamang yung napoportray unless they investigate first. That is why some of the journalists at mga newscasters, they are asking the information of those first responders, yung mga pulis na dumating, yung mga rescuers, yun ang tinatanong nila if nahuhuli na sila. Okay? So, we have to be very careful in watching news or having this information from newspapers and television. Kasi sabi nga dito, 24 hours yung pangyayari. So, the information never stops. It keeps on flowing. So, if you only see a portion of it without asking or without looking for the information prior to that. Okay? Tapos minention mo na, nakita ko talagang sinuntok ni Marcos yung isang panatiko ni Leni Robredo. Parang pag gano'n yun lang nakita mo, pero you don't see what happens before that or what happens after that. Okay? Nagiging kulang, nagiging biased. Kasi nagkakaroon ng judgment. Nakakasama ni Marcos, gano'n na tayo agad. Magnanakaw si Marcos kasi sinabi sa libro na sila ay ganito, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, nami-misinform. I don't know, no? If what our political belief is. Okay. But we have to consider also, sabi nga ng iba, mag-research ka muna, magbasa ka muna, read history, mga ganon. Okay. This is a challenging part sa atin to unpack what is real and what is not. Okay? So especially sa social media, no? Because 62% of adults in US, okay, nanggagaling po ang information or ang news ay sa social media. Okay? Before, nung wala pa ang internet, hindi pa gaano accessible sa lahat. Talagang TV, radio, yan yung access natin sa information. But today, no, most of the access in information ay galing sa social media. Now, according po sa isang data from 2018, no, from Edelman Trust Barometer, meron daw pong 59% of respondents, they claim that they are not sure, no, kung totoo ba yung data that they see sa kanilang social media accounts, sa TV, at nabasa sa dyaryo. Okay, so 59%, if merong 100 na respondents, no, halos sobra sa kalahati, yung hindi naniniwala or parang hindi sila sigurado na totoo yun. Okay, so what is more, almost 2/3 of the respondents indicate that the average person cannot tell, no? The average person cannot tell whether that story is a fake or not, or from a rumor or fake story, no? So, ang laking ang sobra namang parang we don't know how to tell if our story na lumalabas sa ating social media kasi totoo. Kasi we don't really do fact-checking, di ba? The FACT, the checking of the facts or information or data, whether they are true or not. So, halimbawa, no, kung bata yan, maintindihan mo pa na, kaya pala hindi niya alam, bata pa siya eh. Pag halimbawa matured enough, no, we should at least know how to tell whether a particular story is fake or rumor or hoax or kung totoo talaga siya. Okay. Now, who's being duped by this fake news? Sino ba ang dito ang madalas na nabibiktim? Okay, one might think it's the less tech savvy, yung mga baby boomers na tinatawag. Yung mga lola ninyo, no? Tita na medyo thunders na, they fall to this fake news, no? Kasi, pero, ang sabi nito, it's not completely inaccurate. Pero I agree, no? Yung mga lolo-lola, mga tita-tita, may mom, no? Madalas siyang na akala niya totoo yon yung nakita niya, kaya fake news pala. Madalas po siyang ma-victim ng mga fake news. Okay? Pero hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na baby boomers lang. Say for example, yung mga teenagers, yan, they also are the ones na madaling ma-victim or ma-influensyahan ng fake news. Okay? Millennials, no? Millennials are just likely to believe false stories, no? Kami po ng mga millennials and those older than us, worst kami pa or yung mga millennials pa yung nag-i-spread and nag-share ng mga fake or stories na hindi true. Okay? So the question is, how do we maintain our ability to think critically? Kailangan mag-isip ng maigi, no? In determining on how to check whether stories, whether informations are real and fake. Yan. So, halimbawa, nakita mo sa social media mo, si Julia Barreto, okay, nakipag-break kay Gerald Anderson. Okay. So, ikaw naman, ay, grabe, break na sila. Okay lang yan. Tapos, share mo na, okay? Pero hindi mo chinek kung totoo ba yun. Kasi Bea Alonso, pinagsabihan si Julia Barreto na mga agaw ng boyfriend. Okay? So, ikaw naman na talagang, naniniwala ka. Nang agaw ba talaga si Julia Barreto ng boyfriend, blah, 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 and so we don't really know. If we don't really check, ask this person if they, kung totoo yung claim ng story. Okay? So, madalas po, talagang ang mga celebrities, yan, sila yung mga tumpulan, no, ng mga fake na stories. Here are some or few tips for us to properly analyze news and sources of information from online. Okay, whether para makita natin po na hindi tayo napo-fall into fake news. Okay, so first one is to check the credentials. Okay, if that is media outlet. Okay, meron pong claim ang may isang claim ang isang newscasting channel that yung kanilang tagline, walang kinikilingan, walang pinoprotektahan, serbisyo, totoo lamang. Okay? Dahil hindi natutulog ang balita, sabi niya. Check the credentials of the journalists and even the TV network, no? One sign that the story you are reading or watching is valid is the authors or journalist credentials are clear. Kaya po napaka-importante yung kredibilidad nung nagsasalita or nagbibigay sa atin ng information. Okay? So we should easily be able to tell who is presenting the story. Okay? Ano yung organization niya na kanyang kinabibilangan. Okay? And how they are qualified. Napaka-importante that newscasters, those journalists, ay merong credibility. Okay? So, alam niyo ba kung kilala niyo si Paulo, ano na yun? Yung isang newscaster ng GMA before, ABS siguro. Na-link siya kay Barameda, parang gano'n. Ngayon itong lalaking ito, nagkaroon siya ng sexist scandal. Okay. Dahil doon, siya ay na-question for credibility of being a medium or being the one who presents information. Kaya nga po, no, hindi basta-basta ang maging isang newscaster. Kasi tinitignan ng mga tao kung sino yung nagbibigay ng information. May pangalan. Kaya pag sinabi mong Mike Enriquez, pag sinabi mong Karen Davila, pag sinabi mong Noli De Castro, okay? Ano yung credentials nila? Sabi mong, pag si Mel Chanco ba ang nagsalita? Totoo ba ito? Pag si Jessica Soco ba ang nagsalita? Maniniwala ka ba? Okay, we have to look their credentials. So, if you can determine the person is truly qualified, subject matter expert, then the story may be likely to be accurate. Okay, so nakadepende rin po talaga ito doon sa nagbibigay ng story. Pag si Tuning, si Anthony Taberna, ayan, mga yun. Talagang, alam mo na these people, halimbawa si Atom Aralio, okay? Si Cesar Apolinario, yung mga yon, they are the ones who make documentaries. Talagang, kaya nga po, yung mga personality nila being subject matter expert, okay? Hindi na basta-basta, okay? Alam mong may accuracy yung information na ibinibigay sa atin. On the other hand naman, if they are simply a blogger or blogger with a goal of forwarding a particular narrative or agenda, their skepticism is warranted. So, ano ka na? Parang masabi mo na, wait lang, okay? Parang kapag simpleng vlogger ka lang, yung kiniklaim niya, maaaring hindi ka walang katotohanan. For example, kung kilala nyo si Doc Adam, the one who criticized yung isang doctor, yung si Cabbage. Okay? Although he's a doctor in practice, and he knows a lot about medicine, about medical field, no? Yung mga claims sila, kailangan pa rin talaga nito or magkakaroon ka pa rin ng hesitation whether they are likely to be a person na kailangan nating paniwalaan. Okay? We have to check their credentials, no? Sa magitan ng organization na kanilang kinabibilangan. Okay? Finally, we have to be aware of satire sites, no? That post ridiculous news stories for entertainment. Marami po yan sa FB. Okay? Marami pong ganyan sa Facebook, yung mga websites na hindi ka, parang, alam mo yun, yung hindi ka panipaniwala. So you have to look for another. Okay? So ang maganda pong ginagawa natin, may isang website kang makita or isang Facebook page, you look for another, no, to make that claim true or to make that story na totoo nga ba. Halimbawa, meron pong nakalagay sa Facebook before, patay na si Chris Aquino. Marami po, sabi ni daddy ko, patay na ba si Chris Aquino? Kasi nawabas dito sa sa newsfeed ko eh. Okay. Yung nag-post pala yun ay lamang, gawa-gawa lang. Pangalawa, verify sources. Ito yung napaka-importanting ginagawa natin. We have to verify kung saan galing yung information. Hindi lang po yung taong nagsasabi ng information. Pangalawa, the sources. Never take a news story or blog post at face value. No? Wala po sa kanyang physical attributes or dun sa kanyang those who give the information. It is important to determine where people are getting their information. Okay? Nag-research ba siya? Okay? Anong mga saang mga websites, legitimate websites, kinuha yung information? Nagkaroon ba siya ng masusing pag-aaral? People who are interested in posting accurate information online or elsewhere will link to their information sources, especially when citing some numbers of facts. Okay? So, madalas po, kapag nanonood kayo ng TV, no? Wait lang po So, people who are interested in posting accurate information online or elsewhere, will link to their information sources, especially when citing some numbers or facts. So, halimbawa po, pag sa TV, nilalagay nila doon kung saan nila kinuha. Halimbawa, naglagay siya ng table. For example, yung poll ng kung gaano karami ang boboto kay Marcos, kung gaano karami ang boboto kay Lenny. Nilalagay nila kung kailan, halimbawa nag-conduct ng survey, sino, halimbawa yung Pulse Asia, kung sila man yung nag-conduct ng survey, nilalagay po nila doon sa kanilang dapat na news article. Okay? So, lalagay nila source. Okay? PSA, o kaya www.psa.com, parang gano'n. Kung saan information na maaaring i-verify ng readers or viewers yung kiniklaim na story. Yan. So, if they use the following, you can likely trust them. If the story ay merong supported are the stories were from the studies of reputable colleges and universities or government agencies, then we can trust those claims or stories. So, halimbawa no, nilalagay natin, ayon sa study ng University of the Philippines or UPLB, UP Los Baños, okay? O kaya ayon sa opisina or sa DOLE, Department of Labor and Employment, okay? Ang kanilang datos sa mga may trabaho noong 2016 ay ganito, okay? So binibigyan natin mo or nagkakaroon tayo ng trust if these claims are based or were based from studies from universities and agencies or government agencies. Pangalawa, these stories I posted in legitimate newspapers, journals, and other publications. Napakahalaga po ng mga legitimate newspapers natin. Usually yung mga broadsheet, dalawang klase po tayo ng newspapers, ang broadsheet at saka ang tabloids. Akala na, nung bata po ako, I thought that those smaller ones, yung mga tablets, sila yung mga peking mga newspaper. So, I considered those broadsheets yung mga malalaki, yung binabasa ng mga lolo nyo na galing sa McDo, no, sa Jollibee. Akala ko yun yung talagang legitimate. So, pag nakakita ako ng tablet na vulgar, peke yan. Usually, yun ang alam ko. But, no. Ang mga legitimate newspapers ay yung mga merong permit to operate dito sa Philippines, no? Kahit tabloid man yan, o kahit na halimbawa isa dito sa northern part ng Philippines. Meron tayong Banawag, an Ilocano newspaper, which is though it is not hindi siya dominant in other places like in Manila, pero ito ay circulated newspaper dito sa north. Okay? So yung Banawag na Ilocano yung kanyang nilalaman. So, ayun po. We have to check whether these stories ay nasa mga news articles sa Philippines, no? Legitimate newspapers na nasa Philippines. Or nasa abroad, no? Halimbawa, CNN Philippines, kung meron silang mga, kasi na ngayon online, di ba? Online platforms na, yung mga newspaper ay meron ng mga news.net. Halimbawa ng Philippine Daily Inquirer, meron ng inquirer.net. Okay, so you don't have to have or to buy this malalaking papel or tabloids, no? Pero type mo lang, no? Philippine Daily Inquirer or Philippine Manila Bulletin, those are legitimate newspapers in the Philippines. Quotes and commentary from qualified professionals. Madalas mo makikita kayo sa Facebook nito. Alam niyo yung quote and quote, no? Halimbawa, no? Yung ginawang kakatuwan ito kay Juan Ponce Enrile. Yung merong mga memes before na ito yung halimbawa, no? Kaibigan ko si Rizal at magkasama kaming nagjo-jolens noon. Hindi ganoon, no? Those quotes and commentary from qualified professionals. Halimbawa, no, yung si Professor Clarita. Okay? So, may mga commentary siya and quotes siya. Okay? May mga quotes and commentary na madalas nating mabasa sa mga Facebook pages natin or news articles na nilalagyan nila ng ano yan, quotations, no? Para hindi masabing sila yung nagsabi ng claim na yon. Okay? Hindi nila kinukuha yung claim ng qualified professional. Okay? Halimbawa, no, madalas din, ayon sa PAMED, okay, those qualified professional institutions, no, PAMED, Philippine Medical Churba-Churba, mga o kaya from PASCO, from CHED, okay? So, inilalagay natin yung quotations, kino-quote natin, sinasite natin kung saan galing yung claim. And verified information from eyewitnesses. So, make sure that these eyewitnesses are talagang eyewitness, no? Verified information. And remember, meron pong isang video tungkol sa yung guy, tinanong ng newscaster kung paano nangyari yung pagkakabangga ng truck. Sabi niya, binangga po ng truck yung sasakyan. Ay, hindi po. Sabi niya ulit, nagkabangga, wala pong taong na-involved. Sa truck lamang po at yung sasakyan. Tapos, pinalala naman niya, ay, hindi po. Hindi na tuloy sure si nag-i-interview kung ito bang tinatanong niyang eyewitness ay nasa wisyo. So, talagang you have to verify the information from this legitimate eyewitness. Okay. Be wary of the following stories that didn't link to any sources. Okay. So, pag walang source na nilalagay, parang, parang questionable na siya. Bloggers who link their previous posts as evidence. So, ang ginagawang evidence ay mga, yung mga previous posts nila na sila rin ang nagsabi. Okay? So, walang claim. Links to sponsored studies. So, medyo careful din dapat tayo kapag yung link na yon nagli-lead siya into sponsored studies. Use of experts who are in no way qualified to speak on topic. So, akala natin expert yung nagsasalita doon, no? Hindi pala. Links to spoof websites such as abc.com, .co, okay? So, yung palang pangalan, yun palang sa name palang ng website, mag-aalangan ka na. Okay? So, napaka-importante na tinitingnan po natin ito. Pangatlo, we have to sharpen our critical thinking skills sa pamamagitan ng ito yung nagiging intellectually lazy. Dahil nga madali spoon feed na di ba? Andiyan na ang internet, okay? Dali na lang, no? Manonood ka na lang sa YouTube. Kapag wala ka ng ginagawa para i-verify mo yung claim, no? Ay, check ko nga, totoo ba itong sinabi ni Chris Aquino? Totoo bang patay na si Chris Aquino? Tingnan ko nga sa isang website. Sabi mo, naglobas sa Facebook account mo, patay na si Chris Aquino. So, okay, sige. Parang hindi ka na gumagawa ng paraan para i-verify yung information yun. Don't become a passive consumer of news and other data. Kasi nga, dahil nga spoon-fed tayo, no? Whatever the news is telling us, okay, that's enough, no? Don't become passive consumer of news and other data. Andyan na. Hindi dapat ganun. Dapat tayo yung mismong nag-i-strive to look for information or for news to verify those news. Hindi yung naging tamad lang tayo. Instead, make an effort to keep your critical thinking sharp. Okay? Always challenge your own assumption and biases. Totoo ba itong nakita ko? Totoo ba itong naiisip ko? Ba't hindi ko na nakikita sa TV si Chris Aquino? Patay na kaya siya? Okay. So, kailangan i-challenge mo yung assumption mo. Tignan ko nga kung totoo ito. So, magbabasa ka ngayon. Okay. Use a combination of your own experience as well as data that has proven to be true through solid testing procedures to validate ideas and opinions. Our claims or our assumptions, pwede natin itong i-test sa magitan ng, yun nga yung fact-checking na tinatawag. I-validate natin. Magkaiba ang opinion sa katotohanan. Ang opinion kasi, what you seem to be true, no? You think that is true, pero hindi true sa iba, or hindi tinatanggap ng iba as also fact. So, opinion yon. Okay? Paniniwala mo yun eh. That's your proposition. Now, read beyond the headlines. Akala natin, headlines pa lang, no? Ano na? News na agad, no? The headlines lang. Nabasa mo lang sa headlines, okay na. BBM, panalo na sa susunod na eleksyon, okay? That's only the headline. So, hindi ka pwedeng maniwala lang agad-agad sa headline, okay? COVID-free na ang Philippines. Halimbawa, that's the headline. Are you sure? Why don't you check first or read first the details of that headline? Okay? So it happens all the time. Everybody of us are guilty, no? Dito sa mga pagbabasa pala natin ng headline, no? When we try to scroll our Facebook, our Twitter, or our any other social media platforms, no? Kung ano yung sinishare ng mga friends natin, claiming that, for example, yung NASA, they spend millions of taxpayers conducting similarly ridiculous experiments in space, no? We think, at nagkakaroon natin ng action agad-agad, no? Nakakainis si NASA, sinasayang lang yung pera niya sa ano. Okay? So, nagkakaroon ka na agad ng reaction, ng judgment, without reading the details, or the full details ng ating nabasa, or yung headline. Yeah, halimbawa, no, yung friend mo yung nag-post, matalino kasi itong friend ko eh. Tapos, syempre, pag alam mo matalino, feeling mo lahat ng pinupost niya ay totoo, no? So, hindi dapat tayo mag-consider na kung ano yung friend ng pinost ng friend nating matalino, ay yun na yung totoo. Malay mo, ay hindi ganon. Why don't, what we didn't do was read the story beyond the headline. Okay? So, madalas po nakakalungkot. Alam niyo itong sign nito, the share icon. Sinishare mo agad nang hindi mo pa binabasa. Hoax pala yon, no? Peke. So, we have to be very careful in sharing what you think and consider to be story or true stories, no? Last po, I use fact checkers. No? So, ano yung mga fact checkers natin? Lagi pong may mga website dapat tayo ginagamit or mga paraan para i-verify yung mga claims and stories. So, you have to have, halimbawa, no, may mga, sa ibang bansa po, meron silang factcheck.org, okay, and Open Secrets. Hindi ko alam dito sa Philippines, no, if they have. Meron ba tayong fact checkers website here in the Philippines? Yan. So, if we reside, no, in a particular country or region where may mga information na nare-restrict, halimbawa na yung virtual private network, okay? So, helps you bypass the limitation and stay safe. Nakakaawa lamang, may mga lugar na may mga bansa talagang controlled by the government yung information, katulad ng North Korea. They don't have really the access in other websites to check whether the information that fed sa kanila ay totoo. Okay? Ito sa atin, no, meron tayong kalayaan. Meron pa nga tayong mga batas na, no, para makita natin kung saan dinadala ng government ang kanilang expenditure, kung meron bang mga pangyayari. Alam mo yun, yung bill or yung law. Ano yun? Freedom of information yun eh. Batas para ma-access mo yung maging open ng government sa kanilang mga activities. Yan. Okay. So, there's no way personally to verify every bit of, sorry for the wordy slides. Every bit of information that come across sa atin. So, we have to ito na, meron na pala. Be diligent in ensuring that information we use to form opinions is accurate and reputable. Kiniklaim ko, halimbawa, ang claim ko is magiging successful ang mga students one day. What is my backup evidence? Okay. Pag sinabi ko lang, kasi graduate sila ng WCC, hindi enough yun. Okay? So, kailangan meron akong supporting, halimbawa magkakaroon ako ng empirical usually, no? May evidence ka sa mga kiniklaim nating information. Be wary of always believing things simply because they fit neatly into your worldview. No? The world needs to be critical thinkers who stop fake news in its tracks. So this, our lesson made us, or give us a clear understanding of the challenges of being informed. Yes, we are informed in different ways. And mas madali na lang yung information gathering ngayon, yung madali na lang tayong makakuha ng mga information na kailangan natin. But we have to be very careful whether this news ay totoo. Yung truth, no, behind everything. Okay, yung pala, lies pala lahat ng or kasinungalingan na lang pala yung alam mo nalalaman mo sa mundo. Ikaw ay napepeke na. Ay, akala ko, wala nang COVID yung pala, ikaw may COVID. So that's it for our discussion for today. I hope that you learned something dito sa ating subject na Character Formation 8, Challenges of Being Informed. So we have still one remaining topic to discuss in pre-finals, which is the press freedom. So I hope that you will attend our class and learn about press freedom. Okay? Yan lang mo po. Mag-iingat po tayong lahat. Have a nice day, everybody.